Hello, today in this video we will be designing a scripture verse slide that you can use in your church's welcome announcements. When Scribus is open, under the new document window, you can keep the default unit at points, change the width to 1280 and the height to 720. This is making for a landscape slide, which is what you want. Click OK. These Bible verse slides are fairly easy to make because they only require one background image and then typically one or two text boxes. In this video, we will be working with only one background image and one text box. For your background image, use the image frame tool, click on the canvas, make sure that the size of the rectangle is the same size as your document, so 1280 for your width and 720 for the height. Make sure that when you drag the shape it lines up with the red lines on the document. To get your image into the image frame, right-click and choose Get Image. You will probably have to play with the scaling and positioning of your image to get it to fit into the frame the right way. In our example, the image is not filling the frame all the way, so to adjust this, make sure that the image is selected under your Properties panel, which if you don't have open, you can go to Windows and click on Properties. Under your Properties panel, click on Image and then adjust your X scale and your Y scale. Make sure that your value, whatever you use, is the same for the X scale and the Y scale so that the image will scale proportionately. This is very important. To adjust the position of your image inside of the image frame, double-click and then drag your image around. When you have your image scaled and positioned the way that you would like, you can start adding your text. Go to the Insert Text Frame tool and drag out your text box. Double-click inside of the text box. When you have all of your text written, you can select all of it by dragging and moving your cursor. With all of your text selected, go to your Text tab. The font we are using in this example is called Lato, and the font weight is black. In our example, the font size is 47 points. And remember, when you're working with multiple lines of text, that you change the line spacing to automatic so that it does not overlap. We're going to change the font color to white so that there's better contrast between your text and the background, because if you leave it black, it's not as readable. To change the font color, under the Text tab, go to Color and Effects. I'm going to adjust the layout of the text by dragging out the text box so it stretches across more of the canvas. And I'm also going to insert a couple of line breaks to separate the two parts of the verse. I'm going to change the verse reference to be a smaller font size. In this case, I'm going to use 30. One thing you may notice when working in Scribus is that when you select text after you've already formatted it, it may show that it still has the default values, such as the default font of Arial or the default font size of 12 or what have you. I'm not sure why Scribus does this, but it should still have the formatting that you gave it. If I click inside the font without highlighting it, it shows the correct information here. Last, I'm going to insert 2 more line breaks just to give some space between the verse reference and the bottom part of the verse. And after completing those last couple of adjustments to the text, we are done designing this announcement slide. Make sure you save your file by going to File, Save As. You can name it whatever you'd like, and then click OK. We hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.